Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah. Okay, today I representing my group to start first. So my part is to give the introduction about our task given. So the task given is to choose within 13 countries. So our group chose Istanbul, Turkey. From the 13 country was given. So first of all, I would like to share and general information the chosen country. So, okay. First, Istanbul. Istanbul, formerly known as Byzantium and Constantinople, or Byzantium, same like that. So Turkey is the country economic, cultural, historic center. Istanbul is a transcontinental city in Eurasia. Because the Turkey is the big city, the biggest city in the Europe, within Euro country. So the location is located at Bosphorus Strait between the Sea of Marmara and the Black Sea. And then the city is administrative center of Istanbul metropolitan. So the country, the city level is metropolitan. Like Malaysia, we still under Bandar Raya. Okay. So next, okay, Turkey people in 1923, after Turkish War of Independence, Ankara was chosen as the new Turkish capital, and the city name was changed to Istanbul after Turkish independence. But previously known as Constantinople, and then they changed to Ankara. But then the latest one until today they call Istanbul. The population increased since 1950s as migrant from across Anatolia. So the neighbor country came to the Istanbul to get a new home lah. So to take a new opportunity. So then over 12 million foreign visitors came to Istanbul in 2015. Okay, so because a lot of opportunity in because Turkey, the city, the Turkey located in the center of Euro country. Okay, after 5 years, it was named a European capital of culture. That's why I said. Turkey is the center in between among the European country. So making the city the world fifth most famous, most popular tourist destination. Okay, then next, okay, about the language. Okay, most of the, because once of the economy gain by the tourism, so the people take opportunity to learn in English, and also the high level English spoken, because country is famous with the tourists, so they need to use the international communication so easily to interact with the other people. Okay, you can see at the table here, I give a comparison. Okay, this is English language, and then this column for Turkish, and then this is the right way how to pronounce the Turkish language. So example here, hello, and then Turkish merhaba. So merhaba, it looks like seems like the Arabian uh, welcome, how to welcome. So Arabian marhaba, marhaba. So the pronunciation is merhaba, merhaba. Is same lah with Arabic language. So okay, next for others you can try lah, and then you can, if you think, because I'm not teaching the language, so I skip for the currency. So now the currency, okay, since 1st January 2009, the official currency in Turkey is the Turkish lira. Okay, they have 1 lira, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, and the biggest one is 200 lira. So I have compared the currency, yeah, in between Euro, USD, and 1 ringgit Malaysia. Okay, compared to Euro, about 7.2. Everybody know that Euro money is very high rate. Okay, and then USD, and then Malaysia ringgit 1.5. Okay, next region. 99% of Turkey people today are Muslim. Okay, because previously, when it comes to the Ottoman Empire, so the 100%, not 100%, they, most of people is Muslim people. Okay, because that era is was in the Caliphate era. So Turkey history basically that of an Islamic people. Okay, empire architecture. Okay, the Ottoman Empire bring the architecture, people, arts and literature, and okay, at patriarchate of Constantinople. Okay, the place still have numbers of active Orthodox Christian church. Okay, example, okay, now already be a museum. Okay, Hagia Sophia, the famous place. Okay, first place Blue Mosque, second Hagia Sophia. So Hagia Sophia is now become a museum. Previously, Hagia Sophia is the Orthodox Christian church in the era Constantinople, and then when they changed the government to the Caliph Empire, the Hagia Sophia become a Muslim mosque. Okay, okay. As you can see here, looks like they draw something like they about their god, and then have accessory, the cross, everything accessory. So they are already removed. After it becomes mosque, and then now they open up for to be a museum. So that is the evidence, the history of history. Okay, so next. Okay, capital and major city. As the eastern capital of the empire was named Nova Roma or Constantinople. In 20th century, changed name to Ankara. Okay, after in 20th century, changed to Ankara, and then after Turkish war independent, they changed to Istanbul until today. So we call that Istanbul. So Turkey major city. Okay, major city is Istanbul, Izmir, and Antalya and Ankara. Okay, don't be confused. It's not Antalya. It's Antalya. And then the region. Okay, I take the major region also. The Thrace, Marmara, Aegean, Mediterranean, and Cappadocia. Okay, next, the population. Okay, about the population, 15 million residents in its metropolitan area. So uh, many people stay over there. Istanbul is the one of the world's largest city proper and the largest city in Europe. That's what I said. In the first place, I said, okay, the location is very strategic because the Turkey is in the center of a Euro country. Okay, Istanbul has become largest and heavily populated city in history because of its strategic location, beautiful recognition, popularity, and business opportunity. Okay, business opportunity. Okay, for example, today, as we know about the crisis, the virus crisis that affect the economy. But in Turkey, the economy is grow up. Okay, why? Why? Because every the world know that China is the biggest supplier. They supply many things and many products to all over the world. So now in the Europe country, they take supply from China, and then they take the clothes, and then because Turkey was of the country that produce a product, so they make a product and then the export to outsider. So Turkey also the country that process export the olive oil. Okay, yes, you can see table below here. Okay, Turkey 80.81 million, Ankara 1.45 million, Izmir is not a person, it's a place. Okay, 4.28 million. Okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Amidania binti Sofian, and I would like to present the location of Turkey. Turkey, or the other name, the motherland of Turkey, is Istanbul, is in northwestern Turkey within the Marmara region on a total area 5,343 square kilometers. The Bosporus, which connect the Sea of Marmara to the Black Sea, divide the city into European, Christian side comprising the historic economic center are in Asian and Anatolian side. The city is further divided by the Golden Horn, which is in Istanbul. At Istanbul, a natural harbor bonding the peninsula where the former Byzantium and Constantinople were founded. This is about 100 years ago by Sultan Muhammad Al-Fatih. The confluence of the Sea of Marmara, the Bosphorus, and the Golden Horn at the heart of present day Istanbul has deterred attacking force for thousands of years and remained a prominent feature of city landscape.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Syuhada binti Azman. I will present about landscape of Istanbul. Istanbul is the old city contain about 9 square miles, which is 23 square kilometers. The original peninsula city has 7 historic sites for Constantine's New Rome. The water washing the peninsula are called the three sea. They are the Golden Horn, Bosphorus, and the Sea of Marmara. Okay. The Golden Horn is a deep drawn valley about 4.5 km, which is 4.5 miles, which is 7 km long. Modern Turkey call it the Helic. For the Bosphorus Straits connect the Black Sea to the Sea of Marmara. It also separates Asian Turkey from Europe Turkey. The great river of Russia and Middle Europe, the Danube, Don, the Dnieper, and the Dniester make the Black Sea cool and less less brightly than the Mediterranean. Okay, Istanbul has three bridges, which is the world's longest bridge, such as Fateh Sultan Mehmed Bridge, Yazoo Sultan Selim Bridge, Bosphorus One Bridge. Okay, Fateh Sultan Muhammad Bridge built in 1988 with 3,576 feet. For Yavuz Sultan Selim built in 2016 with 4,620 feet. And the last one is the Bosphorus one. Bosphorus one is built in 1973, which is 3,524 feet. Okay. For the climate of Istanbul, Istanbul is a city where four seasons can. Okay, for climate in Istanbul, Istanbul is a city that has four seasons. The hottest months are July and August, while the coolest months are January and February. For summer, the weather in Istanbul is hot and humid, with temperature in July and August average 27 darjah Celsius. Summer are relatively dry, but rainfall is significant during that season. For the winter it is cool, wet, and often snowy, with the temperature in January and February average 4 darjah Celsius. Snowfalls tend to be heavy, but the snow cover and temperature below the freezing points rarely last more than a few days. Okay. For spring and falls are mild, but are unpredictable and often wet. Istanbul is the one of the country that attract people to visit. The famous attraction in Istanbul is Hagia Sophia or Hagia Sophia. Hagia Sophia is the museum building structure located in Istanbul. This building is often considered one of the greatest and the most beautiful building in the world. At first, there was Hagia Sophia, built as a cathedral for Orthodox Christians, but later renovated into a mosque by the Ottoman Empire in 1453. The Turkish Republic has made it a museum since 1935. The Hagia Sophia is located in the Sultan Ahmad Square, not far from the Blue Mosque. Okay. After this, I explain about the Blue Mosque. Okay. For 500 years ago, Hagia Sophia has been the main mosque in Istanbul and has modeled on other mosques such as the Sultan of Ahmad Mosque, the Sheikh Mosque, Sulaiman Mosque, and the last one, the Rashim Pasha Mosque. Hagia Sophia has a large dome in the middle, 31.87 in diameter and 55.60 meter height. Located above the dome ledge, supported by a welcome polar form. Okay. For the second attraction is the Blue Mosque or Sultan Ahmad Mosque. Sultan Ahmad Mosque built between 1603 to 1616. This impressive mosque has 6 minarets. There are 260 windows and the central prayer space is hung. The best grabs the mosque design. Why it is called Blue Mosque? First, because more common one is that the interior is covered in blue Iznik tiles. Second, many years ago, Asian sailors who sailed by the mosque on the Marmara Sea saw the blue color of the sea reflected in the mosque. Okay, and for the last attraction in Istanbul is the Topkapi Place. Okay, the Topkapi Place begin when Sultan Mehmed II Istanbul in 4553. Sultan Mehmed II then ordered the construction of a place that will serve as the official residence of the Sultan family and also a royal center. Thus, in 1459, construction of the Topkapi Place began, symbolic to the history of Islamic success and greatness during the Ottoman Caliphate. When the Ottoman Caliphate fell in 1924, the Topkapi Place was later designated as a museum by the government of the Republic of Turkey. Okay, people in Turkey call the Topkapi Place is Topkapi Sarayı. Okay, the place is the administrative center of the Ottoman Empire and is home to the Sultan and his family and servants. The place has 700,000 square meters. It is surrounded by 5 kilometers of wall. Okay. The Topkapi Place has many relics. There are above 300,000 documents, stored, libraries and archives. Topkapi Place now is an UNESCO World Heritage Site. Okay, that's all from me. I pass to Aimidania. Thank you.
Okay, now I will present about the accessibility that you can find in Turkey. There are some accessibility transport that people can find in Turkey. There are plane, car, train, ship, ferry and bus. There are 6 accessibility that you can find in Turkey. The transportation is very important in Turkey for the tourism industry because Turkey also has an attraction and always having a visitor from worldwide, and Turkey is fairly easy to travel in because it was a big country. Our method of transportation is mostly be crowded on holiday because everyone want to spend time with their family. But with the transportation that Turkey has provided to all the tourism, that is not a big matter now. Okay, the first transportation is plane. This is a Turkish airline and a number of other competent air carriers have flight among major cities, which is convenient for longer distances, a relatively inexpensive most fare, which is if we convert it to Malaysian ringgit, it only costs 58 ringgit to 162 ringgit for one way only, which is if you are in Istanbul and you want to go to Cappadocia, you use this Turkish airline and you have to pay only 58 ringgit to 162 ringgit for one way only. Okay, next transportation is car. If there are travelers that are an experienced driver and manage a standard shift transmission in other countries and want the freedom of movement, so then you can rent a car in Turkey. Car travel gives freedom to go where do you want to go, whether they drive their own car to Turkey or rent car in Turkey. But car travel also have a disadvantage because the fuel is very expensive during the use according to US dollar standard, and sometimes having to drive when they had ready to public transport. Okay, the disadvantage for the car rental, for the traveler that use the car rental, is only the fuel. They're using the US dollar for the payment. Okay, The next transportation is bus, which is this is the most transportation that people in Turkey using for travel at in Turkey. But maybe it sounds difficult to traveler because they don't know which the bus station located. But you can find it when you arrive at the departure if using the plane from the country from your country. For fare and ticket, departure are frequent and fare low to moderate. There is even service to Greece, Bulgaria, and other Balkan countries in Europe. An example, bus depart on the 450 kilometer in about 6 or 7 hours journey between Istanbul and Ankara, about every 15 minutes, 24 hours a day, for only Turkey lira 40 to 80 for one way. Most fare are quite reasonable. Often bus are so frequent they need not to reserve in advance, except if you want to go to holiday, then you must book it first. Forward in bus company, bus run everywhere, even cross country Istanbul to Artvin. The bus is not only go to the Turkey, but it also go to another country to cross country, and the most using transportation in Turkey. Next is for the luggage. In general, the luggage of passenger entrust to the bus company for shipment in the baggage compartment is safe. This is about the loyalty of the bus staff. It was good to observe the rule that all of the valuable should be carried with there personally if you don't want to miss it from the baggage compartment, and carefully protected. It's easy if you take it by yourself. Okay, the next transportation is car. If there is a traveler, then an experienced driver and manage a standard ship transmission and want to a freedom movement, then in Turkey you can rent a car that is considered so you can go to anywhere that you want without okay. The fourth transportation that provide in Turkey is train, high-speed train in Turkey. The Orient Express that you can find in Turkey, Orient Express, building an impressive network of high-speed train which is with a decade, meaning 15 cities holding half the country's population. It will stop by 15 stations that in the country with the huge population. A number of useful routes are already in operation. Although conventional trains can also be useful on some routes, they may be slower than the bus, but offer more sitting room and comfort for less money. Okay, if you use the bus, maybe you will arrive there earlier rather than you use the train. But the advantage of using this train is you have the comfort for less comfort sitting room, and you only cost a low money rather than the bus. Okay, the next transportation, the last one that you can find in Turkey is ship and ferry. Turkey, as you know, is surrounded by seas such as Golden Horn, the Bosphorus Sea, the Dead Sea, and the other. So, ships play a significant role in tourism industry. People that come from the worldwide want to have an experience to go with the ship and ferry through the sea at the Turkey. So there are two ship or ferry that provide in Turkey for tourism. First is cruise ship. Cruise ship from other countries dock in Turkey at Istanbul, Kusadasi, and other ports. This is the cruise ship is from the other country that park in the sea at Turkish. So people people in the Turkey, if you want to have the experience, you can go with the cruise ship. Second is the Sea of Marmara freeboat. Sea of Marmara ferry service run between Istanbul Istanbul on the north shore and the Yalova and Bandırma on the south shore. There are only four transit. There are only four transit. The Strait of Marmara ferry boat will stop, and you can go with it if you want to have the experience to go to the sea of the Turkish Strait, that is so many historical, so many history and the historical place in world. Thank you for listening my presentation, and I'm so sorry for the grammar error and all the faults. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for Amidanya to your previous point. Now I will present about the accessibility to perform the Umrah and Hajj. The first is to perform the Umrah and Hajj. The first point is the quickest way to get from Istanbul is the Atatürk Airport to Jeddah Airport, which is take the 3 hours and 45 minutes. The cost for the quickest way from the Istanbul is 1,500 ringgit until 3,200 ringgit in Malaysia price. And then the distance between Istanbul and Mecca is 2,406 kilometers only. There are 6 flights companies to run the service. The first is the Turkish Airlines, the Saudi, Pegasus Airlines, Royal Jordanian, Gulf Air Bahrain and Egyptian. The driving distance between Turkey to Jeddah is until 3,135 kilometers. And the last is the Nama International Marine. The Nama International Marine is the one of the water transport companies provide ferry to go Jeddah from the Turkey. Okay, we go through to the outdoor activities. The outdoor activities first is Cappadocia Sunrise Spot. We can see the sunrise over the Cappadocia Sunrise Spot. The experience include on one-way flight from Istanbul to Irkutsk International Airport. The second is the Side Tracking Tower. The Side Tracking Tower starts from the side for 40 kilometers from Nature Walk. We can do more activities in the Side Tracking Tower, like take a picture and consider views. The second is the best place to visit. The first is the Blue Mosque. The Blue Mosque is a historic mosque located in Istanbul. The construct between 1909 and 1660 during the rule of the contents of Tom, Madrasah and hospitals. In night, the blue light frame the most 5 main domes, 6 minarets and 8 secondary domes. The second is Hagia Sophia. Hagia Sophia is the largest building and engineering marvel. It is the monsoon construction and have combination of sand and ceramic pieces considered in contemporaries. And then for the famous manufacturing in Turkey is the Minofu. The Minofu is the richest Turkish rice family. It was ornamented at the top of the 2-3 years and passing purple and copper. It is simple and multiple visits Istanbul and go to the restaurant to try the Minofu. And the last one is the Adana. The Adana kebab is named after the city of Adana located in Turkey. It has a control designation of original since 2009, and the meal lamp must be clean and roasted process. After the cleansing and roasting process, the meal is made with dry with the green and red hot pepper and fresh red pepper. It is very interesting dishes in Istanbul, Turkey. That's all for me. Thank you. I will pass to the next presenter is Bunda Latifah.
Thank you, Uzeti, for passing the presentation to me.
Assalamualaikum Miss Hidayah and to all my fellow friends. I am Latifah binti Abdul Talib. Today my presentation is to conclude the whole about Turkey, the great cultural and natural heritage. Guys, Turkey is really fascinating country. But before Turkey become modern lifestyle today, Turkey went through the bad situation and long journey of history. As you know, history of Turkey began by the history of Anatolian, the Asian part of Turkey, and the Eastern Thrace, the part of Europe. In classical era, Turkey was dominated by three empires: Greek, Persian, and Roman. And Turkey became the only place in the world straddle two continents, Europe and Asia. This is made Turkey became a powerful showcase of inclusivity and religious tolerance. Greek, Roman, and Persian heavily initially shaped structure in Turkey. In 11th century, however, Turkish nomads from Central Asia moved into the region and gradually conquering all of Asia Minor. There are so many Turkish nomads, but the first is Seljuk. And then the Ottoman Turkish Empire came to power, exerting influence over much of the eastern Mediterranean world and bringing Islam to Southeast Europe. To your information guys, the Ottoman Empire was one of the mightiest and the longest lasting dynasties in the world history. The Islamic run superpower ruled large areas of the Middle East, Eastern Europe, and the North Africa for more 600 years. And Ottoman Empire as a source of great regional stability and security, as well as important achievements in the arts, science, and culture. This is really mark of successful of Islam. But for the Western Europe, generally view them as a threat. After the Ottoman Empire fell in 1918, Turkey transforms itself into vibrant, modernizing secular state it is today. My lovely Miss Hidayah and friends, have you ever been in Turkey or visit to Turkey? Turkey really has its attraction itself. There are so many beautiful and interesting places to visit, but the top three is Hagia Sophia, Blue Mosque, and Topkapi. Why the three places become more famous and interesting place? I will tell you. Hagia Sophia is a museum building structure located in Istanbul, Turkey. And Hagia Sophia was built for a cathedral for Orthodox Christian, but later renovated into a mosque by Ottoman Empire in 1500. Next famous attraction is the Blue Mosque or Sultanahmet Mosque. This mosque is so unique because blue Islamic tiles adorn the interior and give the buildings is unofficially but commonly used the name. And the last three top place to visit is Topkapi. Topkapi plays a very long history. In era Sultan Muhammad II, the king has ordered the building of place serve as the official residence of the Sultan's family as well as the center of government. It is a very large and luxurious place. It is 700 square meters and it is surrounded by 5 km of walls. That's really great, right? There are many interesting places to visit in Istanbul, which is offer
a unique network of public transportation. If you go to Turkey to visit, don't worry about transport because visitor can get around by road or by water. Ferries connect two city. There are city line ferries, the run of the length of Bosphorus and the Golden Horn. In underground, Turkey has metro lines, metro bus connection, and taxis are the option for the travel into Istanbul. Miss Hidayah and fellow friends, in Turkey we not talk about history, but Turkey also has attraction because Turkish attract people around the world to visit. Turkey has elements that make people fall in love as they wish in there. Okay, based my observation and by information from my friends, my colleague, my classmate when I went to Canada to attend a course, I know Turkish people are known for their hospitality, but there are so many other lovely features that will make a friend out of anyone. Here, I list a few facts about Turkish people. First, Turkey will talk extensively about the amazing food, and Turkish people sure know how to cook. Next, there are so many tradition and cultural elements that still have survived through the age. The next factor is a part of their amazing cooking skills. Turkish people have many talents, from traditional handicraft to fashion designer, famous actors to singers, athletes to film director, and author to intellectual. Another fact about Turkish people, and this is the element, the important element is Turkish people are very proud to be Turkish, and they are very enthusiastic when it comes to sharing their history and culture with visitors. And Turkey is also very close to their friends and have a deep respect for friendship. And in Turkey, people can rely on friends to be by their side during the best or the worst of the day. And the last fact, interesting element, in Turkish people are very honest and about their emotion and will not hold back when it comes to expressing them. When a Turkish person is happy, she or he will make sure everyone around them is feel what they feel. This is really good attitude to others. My lovely Miss Hidayah and my fellow friends, this is all about my slot which I have present to all of you. Thank you for watching our group video presentation. And before I leave, I would like to say, Turkey really interesting place to visit. So, let me together plan a vacation to visit Turkey, the great cultural and natural heritage. Together we build the best moment in unique Turkey, because there are only handful of cities where people can both experience in modern lifestyle and get lost in ancient history. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.